Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good morning. Today is the 25th of March and this is part 8 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show here at the NEC in Birmingham. So 6 parts yesterday and this is the second part for today, and there'll be some more tomorrow. That's the way we do things. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, which happens all the time. If I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements or music, I'm afraid that's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we're at the Talbot Sunbeam Lotus Owners Club. That is, I think, the correct way to say it. People say other things, but there we go. We've got 2 of Sunbeams here. One that's awaiting restoration, which would be a later one with the flush headlamps. I know these cars are very rare views, but I would quite like to have a go in one. Rear-wheel drive hot hatch with a Lotus engine. This, by contrast, is a very, very early one. On a T, it will actually predate the introduction of the Talbot name on the Sunbeams, which came in August 79. This registration is 78, 79, so it'll be before that. And this car is absolutely immaculate. It is absolutely amazing. We've got all these original stickers on here. Chrysler United Kingdom with the Pentastar on the grille. Now, the early Talbot Sunbeams still had a Pentastar but the Talbot badge. This won't have either, I don't think. So this would be a development car or something, especially with that Coventry plate. Bit of a contrast here. We've got a Porsche 928 having some restoration on the Porsche Enthusiast club stand. But it's an 84 S2. Typical colour of the era. What is this 911 having done? What era is that? It looks like something like a 996, but I could be wrong. Let's move on, shall we? So we've got the MX-5 Owners Club here. This is an NB Arctic Special Edition having some work done. So the 99-2000. ND here, same basic platform as the Fiat 124 Spider that I drove on the channel last year. They're nice to drive, those. I wonder what that's like. NA here with some kind of roadster kit on it. That's interesting. I think I've seen that before. Was this a UNOS? I don't know, actually. Can't see properly on that. Oh, we've got another NB here, and the perfect specification, viewers. Dark green with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Beige leather and Alcantara, this one is. And wood. Excellent. So if it's a T, it would be a 99. I have driven an NB MX-5 on the channel, views years and years ago, in 2019, and they are quite good fun. We've also got an NA here, also dark green with a beige leather interior. We're doing well, viewers, aren't we, today with this sort of thing? Maybe that's more a biscuit interior, I don't know. And do we have, is that a Nardi steering wheel? I don't think so, this one. And that is an MX-5 rather than a UNOS because of the rear number plate housing. Okay, let's move on. So Scott Williams Motorsport Fabrication stand. Very nice Mark II Escort van here, a really late one actually. 81 registration. These were discontinued probably about that sort of time because the Mark III Escort came out in 1980, so one of the last. I'm not sure if that's the original engine in that, maybe not. And then we've got another Mark II Escort here. That looks ready to go racing. And E30 BMW 3 Series. Which for sales? It's only £8,500. As Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says, this could be yours. And then we've got Griffiths Imports. Okay, so it's a different stand. It's just difficult to find out where one begins and one ends. RS2000, it's left-hand drive, it's a 4-door. I don't remember them doing a 4-door RS2000 in this country, so it must have come from somewhere else. And also, that's presumably the car's original colour. We've also got the 2-headlamp front end, which some of them came with, some of them had the 4-headlamp front end that's a bit more familiar. This one's £9,000. And, ooh, P38. This P38 is very nice dark green, but we don't have a beige leather interior. It's a 30th anniversary edition, so that will be a 2000, won't it? No, 2001 actually, with that plate. And VC from Coventry. I've got a classic Range Rover there. It's 4-door. And another RS Cosworth hatch with the old toad security thing. Stunning RS Cosworth nut and bolt restoration. Ooh, it's for sale. Right, now how much is this then? £80,000. Don't touch, okay? Yeah, I won't touch. I mean, these are worth anything up to like £650,000, aren't they? So yes, that's very nice. Let's just very quickly, whilst we're here, have a look at the barn find area, which is just to the left. So we'll start off with this Ford Corsair, 2-door Corsair. I think these are a bit rarer than the 4-door ones. This is a really early Corsair, it's a 63. Wow. See, the shell's not looking too bad at this, it just needs a bit of restoration. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Early ones of these had the Kent engine, and then the later ones, of course, got the V4 engine. Ooh, now this is, yeah, this will be an Austin or a Morris. Yeah, it's a 71 Austin A60. I think these A60 vans were built until, oh gosh, about 73. Yeah, 73. Half-ton, there were badges of Morris and an Austin. This is an Austin badge 1. And it's sort of seen better days. Scarisbrick was actually where my great aunt and uncle used to live. So I don't remember seeing this film. I used to visit them in the 1980s. Probably had been retired by then. We've got this enormous, massive, big Land Rover thing. Wow. I think probably a Series 2. Yeah, it's a Series 2, 61. That is much bigger than most of the Series 200s I've seen. What's it supposed to be? It's got a big van. Mark 3 Capri, yeah, Capri 1.6 Calypso. One of the numerous special editions that these had. Do we still have a floor? I've got lots of crumbling rust on the floor, but it doesn't look too bad. An 82 Capri Calypso, 1.6 Pinto engine. Yeah, it's just an LS, modest 73 horsepower. 1954 MG Magnet ZA, and this will have the smaller rear window. The ZB to the larger rear window. Yeah, smaller one. I think these came out in 53. I could be wrong. Actually, these cars look a lot better on camera than they do in real life. Jowett Javelin, I think this is. See what the interior is actually like. Unfortunately, the car was so advanced, and the components as a whole were locally sourced for these, and they had so many problems that it actually forced the company to go under. They had the Jupiter sports car as well, which was the sort of rebody of the Javelin. But yeah, the company disappeared at about 53, I think. So this not long after this one was made. Wow, so it was laid up in 66. So it was recovered by a member of the Jowett Car Club, Deluxe model. Wonderful, 60,000 from new. Wolseley 1500. It's a very early one. Oh gosh, it's 57. It's one of the earliest ones. WD was sort of Solihull, maybe Coventry, back in the day. Apparently sold in Birmingham. So he's bought it quite recently. So the bodywork's not bad. So it's not bad at all. Yeah, even the interior doesn't look too bad. It's pretty good actually, considering how old it is. Let's have a look at this Mini. Oh, it'd be quite an early Mini with doors like that. It's 64 and a Mini 850, so the wheels are non-original on this. That's a Mark 1. Wow. Someone's modified it, haven't they, with the wheels and the seats and things. And this is an Austin 3 litre, I believe. Yeah, it is. I think they finished in 71, so this is quite a late one. I wonder if it's a manual or an auto. That's an auto. For sale. Wow. Yeah, M25 Classics producing quite a few different cars for this particular exhibit here. Used by Lockheed as an ambulance at their factory. It's now in poor condition. I hope Mr. Coleman, the rotor mechanic, doesn't want to race that. He does like racing Austin 3 litres, but I don't think that's going to happen probably. Oh, 1983 Alfa Romeo F-Theta. Now I have driven a similar car to this, not an Alfa-Theta, but the later 90, that was a very heavy facelift of this. Alfa Romeo GB with the first owners, interesting. Discovered a couple of years ago at a garage. Rotted the bottom of the doors. Now, these used to rot for fun, so actually it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's kind of similar to a 90, but the Alfa-Thetas never came with a V6. You could get a V6 in the 90s. And having actually driven Mr. Coleman's 90 when he used to own it, it was the only MOT'd example of a 90 in the country at the time, and that was pretty special. Right, Reliant Scimitar, 77, 78 registration on this. This is an auto. Does it still have the Essex V6 in it? Yes, it does, and it's a 77. So it's an SE6A. Bit of work to do there. Ooh, 1965 Mark 1 Cortina, another M25 Classics car. Yeah, but it's a later Cortina. Two ways you can tell: the grille is different. It says Cortina in there rather than console, and then the late 64 onwards models had this sort of airflow ventilation in these rear pillars. Interesting. GYT 525C. I think this is something American, yeah. It's a 1952 Chevrolet style line sedan. Can't say I'm very familiar with these. Oh my gosh. I don't want to sit on there either. M25 Classics seem to specialise in this sort of thing that's kind of sort of knackered but in need of a full restoration. So that plate is a sort of 71, 72 plate, but that would have been when the car was imported. Back in the day, this would be in the 70s, they just slapped the plate of whatever year they happened to be in on any car that was imported. So if you're looking at something that's pre about sort of 81, 82, just be very careful about reading too much into the plate. Ford Console GT. Oh, viewers. This one was going to have a restoration, but it didn't have one. Another, Console 3000 GT. Obviously, NHK 295M has been restored. This one has not. You need to do a bit of work on this to get it going. But actually, considering that one of Mark II Granadas do rust quite well, that doesn't look too bad. What have we got here? It looks a bit like a Westminster, but it could be any one of a few different models actually. Let's take a look. Oh yes, I was right. It's a Vanden Plas 4 litre R, and they are based on the A110 Westminster, but this has the 4 litre engine originally developed by Rolls-Royce, and that's going to need a bit of work, isn't it? Very strong cars though. They used to be very popular for banger racing back in the day. I don't know if people even bother doing that sort of thing anymore with them because they're so rare. Ooh. Wow, Mark II Cavalier convertible. I think these were only available with a 1.8 engine, from memory, and I think only with the first facelift, not the second facelift. It's 86, yeah, that makes sense.
You got nice on.
And that needs some paint, doesn't it? It doesn't actually look that bad. There's a bit of rust at the bottom, but most of it's just dirt, isn't it? More own 25 Classics. Goodness here, of course. There's the grille. Yeah, it's a first facelift one. And then we have an unusual Mini. What on earth has been going on here? Oh, that's homemade, isn't it? Oh my gosh. The Mini 7 boot. I mean, it gives you more space in the boot. What's for sale? Call Andy on 07955293880. As Mr. Bill, who owns a Mini himself from the Fuel Power channel, says, this could be yours, not mine. So it's a very early Mini 850, and it's got the boot attached with fiberglass. Oh my gosh. It's a very early one, 1960s, very early. It would be still called probably the Austin 7 at this stage. Right, I think we will pause and take a photograph of this of Mr. Bill. Well, we've got two Minis in here, so why not two Reliant similar to GTEs? This one looks like it's in slightly better condition than the other one. Obviously glass fibre, so we've not got rust on the top, but it's on the bottom. This has had a later gearbox put in it. That's a Ford Type 9, I think. 75 Reliant similar to GTE. Wow, impressively original example. Just a little welding. Yeah, 5-speed gearbox conversion. What is this? Is this a Jaguar or something? Yes, it is. It's a 1947 Jaguar Mark IV. It's built just down the road in Coventry. Wow. Yeah, just a bit of work to do. In fact, gosh. we've got holes. So Series 2 Rover P6 here. This is Rio Brown, this colour. 3,500. I mean it's a bit filthy, but because this car's built in a different way from most cars, the structural elements are actually underneath rather than, as you can see, so all the wigs bolt off and the doors and everything, and you know, but those rear wings you can take off as well. So the tub will be the sort of be all and end all of it. At the time, the 3,500 all came with an automatic gearbox in this country. I think the 3,500 S was a sort of manual special car really for the police and people like that. Apparently the base unit's very good. Excellent, yeah, that door needs replacing, doesn't it? But you just replace the doors, it's okay. Right, let's now go down to Hall 5 and continue there. I'm determined to finish Hall 5 today. So let's start today's sweep of Hall 5 with the Midlands Austin 7 Club and some Austin 7s. So that's got the later grille on it, although it's just a sort of rolling chassis really. This one, I don't know, 928, 929, something like that. I don't know anything about these really. It's very nice though, it's beautiful, isn't it? Little racer here, I can't remember what these were called. These called the Ulster or something. I don't know, I might be completely wrong about that. I know one of these did appear on the iDriver Classic channel. I don't know if it was this one or a different one. It's right on my depth there really dear. So let's move on to the Toyota Enthusiast Club stand and a very, very nice looking Toyota Silica. It's like a GT4. Yes it is. So this is 1994-1995 registration. That looks very nice. I know Mr. Martin from JM Cars also has a GT4. At some point I'd like to drive that one, but I don't know if he'll let me. Let's just have to see. Ooh, a Corolla GT I think this is. This is not an A86, I think this is an A82 or something. Yes it is, a GTI twin cam. It's really nice. Still got windy windows just like in the other Corolla this era, but we see the A86. That's in amazing condition though. Yeah. 84-85 registration. Mark 1 Silica as well. This is the sort of notchback version. There was a hatch as well, or fastback. 77-78 registration, this one. Looks like it's had some work done to it. Yeah, 77 this one is. See whether it's got the 1.6 engine. Most of them I've seen have a 2 litre. There were a lot of these actually on show. I think it was either this show last year or one of the others, and showing the anniversary of the Silica. I think, viewers, we're going to have to skip this one. I think it's probably powered by an engine we can't discuss on the channel, so we're going to have to leave that one and move on to this Silica here. Is this a Mark 3 Silica? Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, it is a Mark 3. This is 82-83. One of 3 built. Wow. The Avon Sleeka XT convertible. What is it with these door handles of the era that look like Morris Marina ones that are not? Strange. It's very appealing. Oh, another running inspired Sleeka. It's a previous generation to the other one. It's an 89. Another GT4. That's it's pretty special, isn't it? And we've got 6th generation Silica. This is a 1996. So it was a Japanese import. The more I look at these, the more I want to have a go in one. It's quite dangerous being at a show like this because that's what happens all the time. Mark 1 MR2 here. That's quite a late one, that's on a G, so 8990, so one of the last ones, again in this red colour. That's really nice, isn't it? Really nice. Why Toyota thought you needed the gear shift pattern on a label and on top of the gear knob itself, I don't know. Mark 2 MR2 here, the SW20, having some work done, and a W30. This is the final generation one. Doesn't look like the one that I drove though underneath, but I have driven one of these. It was March 2022 I actually drove one. It was a very early W30 from the 2000, which has had the same owner from new. Right, some Mitsubishi FTOs. I think towards the end these were actually imported officially. Don't know what year that one is. This is the, I think it's the 2 litre V6, this one. 1994-95 registration. This is a bit of a later one, it's a 98. One could be 99. And then we've got this one with a massive body kit on it. I don't know what year that is. Let's take a look at the back of this one to see the shape of it, which is weird. I think they're a saloon actually, these, rather than a hatch. Right, let's take a look at the big brother, the 3000 GT, or GTO as they're also known. Look at that extremely complicated engine bay. Wow. All sorts of things, an active aero and ABS and 4-wheel steering and all sorts of things like that as well. This is quite a late one. It came out about 1991 from memory. This is yeah, 99, so yeah, a late one. This will be an import, this will be probably a GTO. Yeah, they're pretty proud, aren't they, with twin turbo, intercooler, all this sort of stuff. 93. Does this one have an information sheet as well? No, it doesn't actually. No. It's very nice though. We've got the later headlamps on this one because I think by the sort of mid to late 90s they realised they weren't going to be able to have headlamps anymore, so they had to make them like that, which I don't know better or not. Matter of taste, I suppose. Ooh. 1973 Audi 100 Coupe S. Now that is an attractive car. That's really, really nice. And then, oh yeah, this won't be an actual Quattro. This will be the Audi Coupe Quattro. You can see the body is physically narrower on this. Let's have a look at some information. So it's an 86. And it's had some work done, a lot of work done actually. Bare metal respray in 2004. It seems to have held up rather well. That looks really nice. And then we've got the, I think they call this the Quattro version of these is called the S2 Quattro from memory. This is just the second generation Audi Coupe. It's based on the chassis of, I think, the B3 or B4 Audi 80 from memory. They're quite rare now. And here is the C2 Audi 100 5S. It will have a 5-speed gearbox in it. This is left-hand drive for some reason. So bleibt in der heutigen Zeit eine sportlich komfortable Limousine durchaus in einem wirtschaftlichen Rahmen, der neue Audi 100 CS. And it's got a biscuit leather interior as well. I'm using my German degree to the fullest extent there, viewers. Right, I think that is enough. for this part. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more incorrect information.